Hello and welcome back to the This Could Go Anywhere podcast. I'm Joe and today I'm joined by Quinn, Mitchell, Scott, and actually making his debut on the This Could Go Anywhere podcast because he's actually woken up on time. Aidan Rolfe, everybody.
Hello, I'm live.
Schedule today, we're going to be talking about football. We're going to do our all-time 11, well, modern day all-time 11, and our five-a-side. But first, I thought I'd break the ice, and for the first 10 minutes, we're going to do a little hypothetical scenario, a little question, so we say. And I say, imagine this. You're planning a bank heist, and your boss has put you in charge of choosing the mask that your gang is going to wear, so the cameras don't pick who you're up, you know? So, what are you picking? And we'll start with Quinn.
There's plenty that I could say, but I think for me, I'd have to go for Austin Powers.
The actual person, like the character.
The player, the
Michael Myers.
person that Mike Myers plays, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It's different. What about you, Mitch?
I'd just go for all black ski mask.
Classic.
Go for classic.
Classic. What, like a one that's got a mouth hole as well?
No, just the eye holes.
Just eye holes.
Yeah.
Would you wear like sunglasses or?
No, you can't really tell the off from your eyes when you're in one of them.
What if the bank's got super bloody high tech retinal?
I doubt they will.
Scans.
How would denote their eyes with the bank of retinal scanned them before?
Well, you never know. It might be a bank that you frequently go to.
I don't think anyone would rob a bank that you went to.
Yeah, but you have to scan the bank out, don't you? You're gonna case it.
You don't have to go frequently to scout it out, do you?
All right, fair enough. What about you, Aidan?
I think it'd have to be the Teletubbies mask.
That's a good shout, actually, because it's full cover.
Yeah.
I mean, the only drawback is it'd probably get a bit warm.
Yeah, but just Teletubby, no one's gonna stop you. No one's
It look funny on the cameras as well. You'd be like a little meme.
Yeah, yeah.
What about you, Scott?
Gimp.
Yeah, I guess that works.
It's easy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, personally, I'll weigh me out on this one. You know, how you watch a film sometimes, and those mask disguises where it makes you look like someone else, and you rip it off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, here's my idea.
Mask.
Yeah, like a prosthetic mask. Now, I'm going to a special prosthetic mask designer, and I'm giving him a picture of Quinn, right? Because imagine this: you get a Quinn mask, and then everyone else can just have a random one. When they pick you up on the camera, they're going to think we've got our man, and they go arrest Quinn, and there you go. And Quinn gets arrested, and he's like, "Well, I never robbed a bank," but then they show you the camera footage, and he's like, "Well, I guess I did then. I guess I did."
I wouldn't admit to something that I hadn't done, though, really, would I?
Yeah, it's on the camera, though. It's that good of a mask.
Yeah,
It's that good of a mask.
You and saying, "Is this you raping someone or?"
Wow.
Well, yeah,
Why did you actually bring it down, Quinn? We're just talking about bank robbery.
No. Maybe not raping someone, but imagine if someone put you in a lineup, said it was dark, and they said they were blonde, and they said they had the rough sort of build to me, and then they went, "Yeah, he definitely did it," and I was actually innocent, which I would be because I'd never do something like that. But then,
You can't just say I'd never do anything like that. It doesn't prove your innocence.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I'm innocent. I would never do that.
You see, Quinn, what I'm doing is I'm walking straight up to the camera and looking directly into it, giving the camera a good full view of the council persuasion.
Give him a bit of the old winky.
And I'm writing a piece of paper that says Quinn Council and put it right up next to my face. But that's just me.
Just good bait at that point.
Yeah.
I think that would work the best. I think my highest would go the best. And then the Teletubby one. And then Mitch's, because it just works. Me and the Gimp one, you're just going to get really sweaty, aren't you?
Yeah, but it's practical, it's
And if
easy.
you're in
No one's
someone might try it.
You see though, like if you were wearing the Ghent one, would you like take like handcuffs to the bank to like handcuff the
I
civilians
think
that
you'd
are
have
in
to,
there?
so it looks authentic.
Yeah. I feel like if you're taking the mask, you've got to take the whole bodysuit.
Yeah.
Really,
Yeah.
it's like if Aidan was doing Teletubbies, then he's got to go full Teletubby.
You
Which
go
one are you?
full Toby mode.
Which
To
one
be
are you,
fair-
Aidan? Poe.
Me, I'm
You're the
Poe, mate.
smallest
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, Poe. Yeah.
It's fair. If I'm going with a Ghent mask, I wouldn't even use a knife or like a gun. I'll just use anal beads.
People just run.
You're just whipping people, aren't you?
Beads of the anal.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, Quinn. That's what they use for, my friend.
Alan Quinn. You'd
Oh,
know,
boys.
wouldn't you?
You know what's the biggest stinker? That I've done it 2 podcasts in a row. The good old stopwatch that I had on. And never
turn
press
it off.
start. I've done it 2 podcasts in a row.
Doesn't surprise me.
But never mind. We'll move on to the football section now, and I'll actually start the podcast. So what do we want to tackle first, lads?
It's got to be Newcastle, hasn't it? Newcastle is massive,
Yeah.
isn't it?
So recently, would you say like there was a bit of a flirt with the takeover like a while ago, wasn't there?
Yeah, in
It's been on for
January.
ages, hasn't it? It's been going on for years now.
Yeah.
Mark Ashley's wanted to sell the club, but it's taken a while.
He's a bit of a knob, isn't he?
Yeah. He's just been waiting for that right price, hasn't he? And the right person.
Right price, yeah.
And
Do you reckon it's
obviously-
because of the lockdown as well, and he kind of needs the cash because of his other business?
I wouldn't say he needs the cash. I think he's a multi-millionaire still. But
Yeah, but
I think
does he
he
need the cash to
always
run
wants
his
more,
other
though.
businesses though?
yeah, you would, wouldn't you? Like if you're a multi-millionaire, you're always going to want more money, aren't you?
Because he owns both Sports Direct and I think Game, doesn't he? And maybe some other
Probably.
ones. But he has like majority shares in Game, which is a pretty big store over in the UK. So I don't really know there, but I've seen many a Newcastle fan on Twitter excited about this.
Yeah, is it Saudi or?
It's something.
Yeah, he's like royalty, isn't he?
I think. Like I've always had a soft spot for Newcastle. I think they were like a brilliant club back in the days. Like I think it's when did they challenge Man United for the title and Kevin Keegan's went on that massive rant. It was just that was massive. Yeah. Huge for him, and they haven't managed to get back up there.
Yeah,
I'll
it's been
love
like
it if we go there
been
and beat them.
relegated. Yeah. Oh, that's such a funny post-match interview. But I think out of all the clubs, they deserve it the most because literally last year they had Rafa Benitez doing so well with him as manager, and then just because Mike Ashley didn't want to put the money in, they lost probably one of the best managers. And
he was doing well as well. He was doing well for the squad he had as well.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
they've been shafted.
I wouldn't necessarily say they deserved it. I mean, they haven't exactly been hard done to over the years. Like, yeah, they've missed out on a title here and there, but like,
I feel like they've gone down.
They've been relegated. Well, they've gone down and came back up. That's really good. But I think for a club that
smashed the championship,
a club that they were asking for money to be put into it, they weren't getting it. Like all the fans just wanted. Even if they didn't sign anyone and they kept Rafa Benitez, they would have been buzzing. But they didn't.
They're waiting to be taken to the next level because you're seeing it with Wolves and they've been taken to another level there in Europe.
Yeah.
They've had money invested in them. But,
True.
I've been very impressed with Wolves over the past couple of seasons.
Yeah,
they
do pretty well.
I don't think it's going to be a one-season thing. I think it's going to take a long time. Like I think it was earlier today, the new owners are going to give Steve Bruce until the end of the season, well, whenever that is, to get him into Europe or something like that. Big ask, but hey,
I mean, if they're willing to invest the money, and it might not even be like world-class players straight away, like.
Well, look at Ruben Neves. He was just a wonder kid, wasn't he? And he went to Wolves and
Don't
he's
get me wrong,
up now.
They'll probably be buying good players.
I feel like Leicester are up there.
Yeah, Leicester. I
think they've got to be up there with their squad. They've got such a good team now.
Brendan Rodgers has come on a really good job there because it looked like they were starting to fall back down after Ranieri left, after maybe towards where Ranieri picked him up.
It was weird, right? Because like that season until Ranieri
shouldn't have
got
got rid of him
sacked.
as manager, in my opinion. Really.
No,
I mean,
I think they had to because they were in the relegation.
It's a 1 out of 5, whatever it was, 1 out of 5,000 chance. And then
Wasn't it the players that got rid of him though?
Given
yeah, there's something behind closed doors that we don't see, and that's obviously happened.
Given it was a poor finish to the season, but like,
still,
I just think someone who comes in and keeps keeps you up from relegation, then the next season will be tighter with you. So then when he finishes lower, which obviously he's not going to be able to maintain that. Like, I just think it's silly. But then, to be fair, to rebuild from there after they've lost like Mahrez and Kante.
But that season that they were, that season where Ranieri got sacked, they still had Mahrez, and he just wasn't the same that season at all. I don't think
you have to have a good manager.
I don't think he's ever been the same as that season that he had with Leicester. Like Man City. You see Glimmer or whoever else, you actually see how like good of a player he was, and you can see how good he was for Leicester. I think like with his free.
That's the thing though. Like he just doesn't need to be there.
No, if you went to a different club, I think even if you went to Arsenal, I feel
like he'd do a good job there.
Arsenal's terrible transfer for any player at the moment.
They've been in a decline, haven't they?
Pepe looked like a brilliant signing, but just never really.
Like David Luiz is like come to the end of his career and they decide signing.
Yeah, and David Luiz has always been an iffy player. He's only had 1 or 2 good seasons with Chelsea.
But Aubameyang's not young either.
Yeah, Lacazette, he's getting on. Like
they've got Martinelli as a baby.
Yeah, I mean,
Santini.
They got like what's his name? Maitland Niles.
Can't see Martinelli been there for long though.
The thing is, on paper they should have a pretty good team. They got Torreira, Aubameyang, David Luiz. They got Özil, Martinelli, Pepe, Leno, Socrates in there.
It's just like it gets to a point now where you see like the results over the weekend, and you see like a lackluster one for Arsenal, and you're just like not surprised anymore about it.
No, the same with Man United sometimes.
It's a 1-1 or a 2-1 loss or whatever.
Yeah.
I think Man United are probably the most depressing club in the league.
Yeah, they've had a big fall, haven't they? They've had a big fall.
Obviously, when you lose a manager like Alex Ferguson, it is a huge loss. You've got to think about it. And
the job on the technicality of the recommendation of the legend.
Could say that.
But, I think they've always. But even like if you look at Man United before Alex Ferguson, they weren't winning leagues. Like they were only like. They were mid-table side, like they are falling to now.
That's one.
I think if they didn't have the names, if they didn't have the names that they're now, there would be.
But there's no disrespect to Dan James or Harry Maguire, but with them two being 2-year star players, like that.
You got to have words in a team of Pogba.
Obviously, you've got Pogba, De Gea, Rashford, Bruno Fernandes now. They're probably the best players there. But then when it falls straight down to like Dan James and Harry Maguire, you've got to be having words. They aren't bad players, but
I just still think it's silly. Obviously, Man United, they're going to offer you a big wage and whatever else, and they're going to say, you come to us and you win if you get us into a Champions League spot or whatever, we'll offer you even more money, X, Y, Z. But I still don't get why a Man United side, which has been so poor for the last 5-6 seasons, is still in these transfer rumours, like with Harry Kane or whoever else, or Tony Kroos or people like that, who for the last 5-6 years have been top class players at their clubs, given maybe not, well, Tony Kroos has definitely won plenty of stuff, but Harry Kane not winning stuff at Tottenham, obviously at some point he's going to get drawn away, but to go from Tottenham, who challenged for the title a couple of seasons ago, remember, with Leicester, and lost out when
on the Champions League.
Against Chelsea, that game Hazard scored.
I just don't see, and I don't understand why Man United have still got such an influence over the Premier League, and why they're just involved in so many.
Because it is a big club. It's a huge club from like the glory days from like the.
They probably are the Premier League's most successful team.
Yeah,
if you look at it that way, that's why. Because they've been such a big team for so long, and
it was down to the manager of the management of Alex Ferguson. Because if you look at the team he had Ronaldo, Vidic, Ferdinand.
Yeah, but you could say that.
But they were just their players, and then he's just made them so much better.
At the same time, though, I think you can talk about foreign investment or stuff like that, but the only sides that were challenging United for the title were Arsenal and later on Chelsea. And, well, for periods, it was on and off. It was those three that were the main three that fought, and Liverpool, you can argue, were challenging for the title.
Liverpool,
when you look at it now, Liverpool have got streaks above them.
I think if you look at that time you're on about, Man City was the mid-table team.
Yeah.
Literally until that takeover happened, they're just a mid-table team.
As soon as that takeover happened, though, they went for the throat.
Yeah,
like they started buying, and they thought, let's buy the league.
All of a sudden, they've got David Dunn at the back, and they're going for Kaka, Rabin. It was mental.
It's just strange how money.
In my opinion, I think they've probably got the best playmaker in the world in De Bruyne. I feel like he's got some of the best passes.
He's up there.
Yeah, well,
I don't think you'll see a better passer than him.
No.
But I think it's amazing the fact. Well, Sergio Aguero. I mean, he's getting on now, but still, every season for the past, I don't know how many seasons he's getting 20 plus goals in the Premier League and 30, nearly 40 goals in a season.
I think it might have been last year or the year before when he played about half a season.
Yeah, and he still got
ridiculous number. It was.
Well, I think of it. No, you go.
I was just going to say he's been one of them. I think obviously there's been great players as well as him, like Yaya Toure established himself there, lots of others, but like to come into a club and make an impact on the Premier League as much as he has, I think Sergio Aguero's got to be one of the best Premier League goal scorers of all time, really, for me.
Definitely.
He's up there with Shearer, I think.
Yeah.
It's obviously Shearer because he's the top goal scorer, but if you look at the goals he scored and stuff, they aren't just tap-ins, they are some outrageous goals.
The thing is, as well, Shearer's been in the Premier League from start to finish. Same as like, well, Rooney's obviously moved away at little short periods, and he's
Aguero has.
Not really, though, because he up until his early 20s, he was at Atletico Madrid.
Yeah, but he joined like 2012.
Yeah, he did join pretty.
What year did Shearer retire?
Whereas Shearer's been there since he's like 18 or whatever, getting into the side at Southampton, and then moving on to Blackburn and winning the title.
Yeah. So it says here, he's played 261 games and scored 180 goals. That's pretty good going.
And he gets a fair few assists as well.
Oh yeah.
How many more seasons do you reckon he's there for? Or do you reckon, how many more seasons do you reckon he's got in him?
He's been since 2011.
I think he's got a few, but we don't know where he might finish his career. He might go back to Argentina.
It's his ninth year now.
Only thing is, I think, obviously, he's won the title there, but one thing that he's missing in his trophy cabinet is the Champions League. And I think for any top striker, like, if you mention like whoever, like Benzema's not even a top striker, but the amount of Champions League winners' medals he's got in there, and people like that, like you think of top strikers and you think, what achievements did he have?
Yeah, everyone goes to that though. Everyone looks at the trophies.
You look at Lewandowski. What's he got?
He's got loads of Bundesligas, but most of them were Bayern, and Bayern are just a powerhouse
I feel like
German football.
It goes against him with him being Polish, just because in terms of international team, they haven't got the greatest.
To be fair, Messi, one of the best strikers or players all round, not got a World Cup to his name. Yeah. And I think it's harsh to look at it like that, but it's a World Cup's the pinnacle of anyone's. I know like Champions League's up there, but if you can win a World Cup, that's
going back to Newcastle.
That is straight down to football and not buying anyone.
Go back to Newcastle for a sec. And this like idea of having the money to buy any player in the world.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you go anywhere in the world now, people know Man City. You know, you can go literally any corner of the globe. Yeah. You say Premier League, you say football. There's a very good chance someone's going to say Man United, Man City, Liverpool.
Chelsea.
Yeah.
Whereas Leeds as well. Sometimes Leeds are up there.
Leeds in this country a massive club. You know, well, they used to be a massive club, and it's the same with Newcastle.
They still are, to be fair.
I'd say they still are, but they just
Yeah,
Yeah,
there was definitely a decline.
Someone
Obviously,
can still think they're really, really good when they're just. Like, they're a good team. Don't get me wrong, but
yeah.
they've been in the championship for too long.
But
They'll be back.
Newcastle are a
Yeah, I think
massive
they'll be
historical
back
club,
if the season can continue. I think they'll manage to pull it back because
and
Yeah.
I feel like Man City before they were taken over, they were just like obviously Man United's shadow the whole time. But
Same with Spurs.
well, yeah. I've seen a lot of Spurs fans begging to be bought out by the same people on Twitter. Actually, it's pretty funny.
honestly, I feel sorry for Spurs because they're just crying out for an extra striker who's on the same or who's close to Harry Kane. They're crying out for signings and
But then
same
again, it's not
again.
like they've got bad attackers, is it?
Yeah, they've got Son.
And Lucas Moura.
Yeah, but if you look at it now, there was a part of the season where Son and Kane were out.
Yeah, but they have bought Steven Bergwijn as well now.
He was out at the same time.
I guess you could
they're
argue
watching
that
him getting up.
none of them are out and out strikers. Like Son can do a good job up there, and he still scores a lot of goals. But I'm sure a lot of Tottenham fans would rather see a Harry Kane or a likeness to Harry Kane up top instead of Heung-min Son.
Which again, Tottenham have really got a really good team. Like they've got Kane, Son, Lloris. Lloris is a great keeper, I think.
Yeah.
You've got Sissoko, Davinson Sanchez, Vertonghen.
He's got a great defence.
Yeah.
The only thing is that it's getting on
It's
now.
only really Davies who lets them down, I think.
Well, it is. They are sort of getting on, but they've got people like Lo Celso as well, and then Dombele. They've got young players.
Yeah, but that's not defence wise. Only other defender they've got that's moderately young is Davinson Sanchez, really, and that Juan Foyth from Argentina. I think they need to make crucial signings. But on the page of Newcastle, I was just wondering. I think personally that it's going to be not necessarily a steady building process, but it's kind of going to be a little less of what Man City was. I think that they will buy in big players, not necessarily massive household names straight away.
I think players.
They may need to.
They bought St. Maximin and Almiron.
I think they may need to establish a faith that they'll buy into it partially, and then after they know that it'll work, maybe they'll flood a bit more cash.
Fair, they might have to get a new manager because I know you see memes like
Steve Bruce will be showing up to those meetings.
But is he really going to be? Is he really going to be playing under Steve Bruce?
None of those names are going to go. It's going to be a very slow and steady building process.
You need someone who's been at the top.
I think if a good manager
straight away, if Rafa
comes straight back
then
with the money.
I think Rafa will go back if the owners went right. We're going to give you this much. I think
the Newcastle fans would be happy with him as well.
Oh yeah.
Some people have been saying Mauricio Pochettino will be going there as well.
Yeah,
that wouldn't be a bad. That's not a bad manager.
I think that'd be a perfect fit for him. I mean, it didn't necessarily work out at Tottenham, and there's not many other clubs.
Still got into the Champions League final though.
I think with Tottenham, he took him from being a once or twice Champions League club to becoming a certified top 4 club.
Yeah, well,
I think that's so far he could take Tottenham, and hence the reason why
I'm looking at
he didn't win a league.
The Juventus manager.
Yeah,
I agree. Yeah.
Pochettino, got Gerrard, Kevin Keegan.
I was going to mention Gerrard or Kevin
Gerrard shouldn't leave. Yeah. I don't think Gerrard should leave because I think he should stay at Rangers and still.
I think he's doing a good job at Rangers.
Get a league under him. Or a club.
I think Kevin Keegan won't come out of
retirement. No. It's been he's done it twice. The first time we talked about chasing Man United. I think the second time he nearly got relegated, or it just didn't work out. So
and then if Alan Shearer's in there, that's just woeful. How many games? 8 or 9 games, and
he got relegated. Some players are really good at plays, but not as managers.
I personally think that Pochettino would be a perfect fit for him. It might be a bit of a step down, some might say, but
I wouldn't say it's a step down.
If you look at what he did when he came into the Premier League, though, when he joined Southampton, for that period, he had Lallana, Chamberlain, I think Bale had just left. Lallana, Chamberlain, Rodriguez. James Rodriguez was in the form of his life. Was it? Oh no, I think Van Dijk. I'm saying random names here, but there was plenty of players. Nathaniel Klein as well. There was plenty of players at that club. That he grew into household Premier League names, and he kind of did the same when he joined Tottenham.
Yeah,
I mean Harry Kane, perfect example. But yeah, anyway. I
just feel like he should leave.
Pochettino would be perfect for the Newcastle job, and the financial backing, if they give it him, it'll be perfect. And I think, although it pains me to say it because I hate to see clubs just flood in money and then start winning stuff, I think you need to build and deserve it. But if they build it with Pochettino and they work to what he needs and whatever, bring in the right players, I think they could be very easily a top side.
Maybe it's just like winning a domestic cup first as well.
Even even like a Carling Cup.
I feel like Newcastle fans would just jump at the opportunity to have anything. In this, like,
I think that's another thing that's sad, but I'm not going to touch on it too much. It's just how much the FA Cup is now just like diminished in size and importance. Like it's just another trophy in the cabinet. Whereas like 20 years ago, it was
not even 20.
That was everyone even 20. The FA Cup day.
It's when Stoke went to the FA Cup final in 2011. I didn't even think there was that many Stoke fans.
I think it's good for smaller clubs to mix in with bigger clubs, isn't it?
Get that money, get that extra. What's it in?
Get that away day as well,
TV money as well.
Yeah.
It's mental how football's changed now to like money-wise. Because we're looking at the FA Cup and you see the smaller clubs going, "Oh, that's the extra. That's an extra player or an extra staff."
Yeah.
And I think, so more.
All right, shall we move on to the five-a-side teams?
Yeah, I think we've talked about Newcastle and other shite long enough.
Right, Quinn, seeing as you're the first in the list, why don't you go first?
Right, I've really struggled with mine, so I've kind of put some brackets, so they might just be sitting on the bench or they might be a phone call away, but I'm going to try and stick. As soon as we said goalkeepers, because we said we were going to have goalkeepers, I've gone for, might not be popular for everyone, for like a modern five-a-side, but I'd say Edison for how good he is with his feet.
Yeah.
Maybe it doesn't matter so much on a small five-a-side pitch, but with a goalkeeper as good with his feet as Edison is, I think that's a quiver in any team's bow. Well, if I was thinking central defenders, I'd probably have one, but I was struggling to think of who would have as one central defender. Sergio Ramos, I was thinking of, but maybe not so much. And I got stuck on three names, possibly. I got stuck on Puyol, who, for me, when I was much younger, I used to love watching him play for Barcelona. And as much as Ramos has sort of overshadowed what he did now as a centre-back for Spain, I think I'd love to see Puyol on the five-a-side knocking the ball about. So I had Puyol, Maldini, just thought one of the greatest sort of defenders, whether you call him a full-back or centre-back, whatever. I just think he's a great defender to have on your side. And then the other one that I had possibly was Van Dijk. I just think someone as well, a centre-back as good at the ball with his feet as Van Dijk is going to be great in a five-a-side team. Centre-mids, I was going to have two centre-mids. So basically I'm having goalkeeper, one defender, two centre-mids, and then a striker. I got stuck with four players in centre-mid, so I'm going to go for the two legends, really. And I'd have Zidane or Scholes in there. Zidane, just all around one of the greatest players of all time. Probably one of the greatest midfielders of all time. Scholesy can do it all. Tackling, whacking the ball across the pitch. Probably not as much on the five-side pitch. Smashing goals in, accuracy, whatever you want, you can deliver it, yeah. And then the other two that I had behind him were, those two were Iniesta, just great ball-playing centre-mid, one of the best in recent times, and Kante, probably just for his work rate, who I'd probably liken myself to a little bit. In work rate, though, probably not ability.
Nice one, Quinn.
And then striker, I got stuck with three. I think obviously you've got to mention Messi, because having someone that talented and that quick with the ball and that skilled with the ball up top in a five-side team is just going to bang in goals for you. But I got hung on a Brazilian Ronaldo and Thierry Henry as well, because I just used to love watching them when I was little, and I think they'd be cracking up front as well. But yeah, that'd be mine. So I think overall I'd go for Edison, Puyol, Zidane, and Scholes, and R9, I think.
Yeah.
Decent team. Would probably win you games.
Yeah,
definitely.
All right. What about you, Mitchell?
I've gone for Buffon in goals.
Good choice.
In his prime,
Reliable.
he's one of the
I
best
do rate that.
that you could have, really.
Another lad who hasn't won a Champions League. Won a World Cup. But...
Yeah, well,
I feel like a World Cup's more of an achievement than Champions League.
yeah, because it only comes around, every a few times in your career, and you have to be good enough to get into the team to start with. So
Yeah.
For how long he's been playing for Italy, though, he's won a lot more World Cups. Some of the teams he's had.
Yeah.
And then I've gone for Beckenbauer, centre back, just because he used to play sweeper and he's got great passing ability. Good five side. Centre mid, I've gone for Xavi and Iniesta, just because the chemistry between them both.
Yeah. Flicking passes all day.
With them two there, holding the midfield, you're not going to have a misplaced pass.
No, true.
You know where everyone is. Got the vision, haven't you? And then I've gone for Cristiano Ronaldo up top. He can do a bit of everything for you, God. He can hold up the ball. He can show off some skills. Go around defenders.
make a child.
Yeah.
Up top so far, R9 and CR7 then, yeah.
Oh, that's what it sounds like.
Everyone seems to go for very sweaty teams. I feel like my team's going to be a bit. It's going to be a bit different, but we'll continue. How about you, Aidan?
Right, so in goal, I've got a bit of a dilemma, but it's out of Neuer or Casillas. I think I'm going to go Neuer just because I think I watched more of Manuel Neuer growing up, and I just like how he's sweet.
He just run out of the edge of his box and head the ball into the other goal.
He's the inventor of goalkeepers using the feet, and being well with the feet. But anyway, Neuer's in goal. I'm just going to go Ramos centre back. He's probably the best defender I've watched. In terms of just watching clips of him. I think people talk about Van Dijk and how he's on a real level, but Ramos is up there. And then for the holding midfielder, gone for Kante. His work rate in there, he just doesn't stop for the whole game. His stamina is just unreal. And then in that attacking midfielder, I went for Iniesta. I was going to go with KDB, but I feel like Iniesta, when he played in that Spain team, next level.
Yeah.
And then up top's Ronaldo, CR7. He's probably my favourite player. Just he like I said, he can do it all. That's my team.
See, I went for R9 because I was thinking on a small five-a-side pitch, like Ronaldo, Cristiano Ronaldo, obviously a brilliant player, but I feel like R9 could just do special things with the ball. I guess both of them can special things with the ball in a tight space.
I think they do it differently. I think Ronaldo, CR7, can hit a dead ball so sweet. The way he hits, like I was watching the Premier League years 2008, 2009, watching some of his free kicks. It's just
unreal.
I know that it's the season before that Portsmouth one. You name it, another lad who can hit a ball like that.
It's that one against Arsenal in the Champions League. That's unreal.
Wait,
the distance out he was,
and then
nice to get how much power.
R9, ball at his feet. He could do anything. He had it all really. So they're in different ways, aren't they?
It's a tough one.
Moving on. What have you got, Scott?
In goal, Edwin van der Sar, probably one of the best keepers I've seen. Like the way
I was going to suggest
he can get down. He gets down and stuff, making saves. One lad at the back, Rio Ferdinand.
Yeah.
He was brilliant, no nonsense, got everything done. Tackles made, and I was between him and Vidic. Yeah, him and Vidic.
It was that Man United team.
Yeah, 2008 Man United team. You're done, aren't you? In the middle, I've got 3 plays, but I'll normally pick 2. Giggsy, obviously, he was just brilliant. The pace he had, he never really lost it, did he? And if he did, he was because of old age. Another one, Michael Ballack. such an underrated midfielder. He's probably overlooked in that time just because he was no nonsense. He played so many good balls and stuff.
Quite versatile as well.
Yeah. And then Kevin De Bruyne or Yaya Toure. I think Yaya Toure walked so Kevin De Bruyne can run. The way Yaya Toure was just calm on the ball, literally had it, no rushing him, no fear. He just played passes like nothing. But De Bruyne's got that vision, and then up top, he's got to be Messi because he's so agile with that ball. He's just moving in and out of plays and can finish it. It's up there really.
So five-star team is what you want in it, yeah.
Yeah, it's quick feet. So definitely, that's my 5-side. So it's
On you go then.
This is going to be an interesting one.
This is where Joe comes out with like Michael Biabi or something like that. Ben Arthur.
All right, so
Victor Moses
in net we have
Thomas Thompson.
I would argue is prime at 40 years old. Shea Given. You know,
what a name!
Doesn't matter that every time he goes for a dive, his back cracks.
He is a bit of an island legend.
In all fairness, he'd get into my goalkeepers top 10 of the Premier League of all time. Maybe not world though.
Maybe not when he's 40.
What about Rob Green?
Carlo Nash.
Rob Green's got me up there.
Carlo Nash. Wow.
David James.
Can I continue with my team, please?
Yeah, go on, sorry.
Jesus. All right. In defence, we've got the big man himself, Kevin Verma. He's
He was an absolute bargain.
We'll ruin any league. He's really cheap as well. Spurs. We got a special deal on him. And then we have two in midfield. We have the legend himself, Edgar Davids. It's his vision on
You've changed it up here, Joe. You can't be going from Kevin Vimmer to Edgar Davids.
Edgar Davids is a legend.
Yeah,
I think he was on the cover of FIFA 2002. I think it was 2002. Or it was PES 2002. One of them. Choose it.
All I wanted to do was put a pair of swimming goggles on and go and play football in the garden.
He was lovely. But right next paired to him, we've got the baby himself. He will throw his toys out of his pram. Gianelli and Bula. Could play when he wants to, except when does he want to?
He really frustrated me because he played against Bournemouth that time and he scored and he had such a good performance and just went downhill.
And finally, to round out this team of brilliant players, we have someone that you might not know or might know. It's Carlos Kaiser, who is looking for his first goal in his 25-year career.
What?
So hopefully we can get that with this team.
What did he play?
He was a striker.
25.
So you're telling me that 25 years, like
in a 25-year career, he never scored.
Who's kept him up for 25 years?
He was like going to different teams.
I'm surprised they haven't shot him. Never mind.
He was kept him for 25.
I put him out of his pay.
Wow.
I'm going to check if he's still alive.
He must have done well.
There's no point putting a goal bonus on, is there?
You might have to put it to a million.
What would the goal bonus be? 10 million.
Oh, he's 57. He's still alive.
Bet you had fat goal bonus.
Yeah, no better this. Pay you somewhere. 10 million goal bonus.
To score that much, you just upped it.
Yeah, well, rounds up my team. I feel like we'd win maybe one game.
We should give it a goal, course.
I think Edgar would probably run that side.
It'll be a 0-0 draw. I can already see it coming.
I'd like to see Kevin Verma copes against the likes of Ronaldo, Messi, or R9.
He just knacker him, mate. There's no rules in five-side football.
Just
he can kill anyone.
He may as well lie in the goal and just let the shots hit his back.
Yeah, he's still stopping him.
Shea Given's keeping him out, mate. And then Carlos Kaiser from 1 yard away is pointing it over. But I think that was a pretty good experience and pretty good teams there. Obviously, the best team was mine, but we'll just leave that one because now we're going to move on to our combined World 11.
Right, I want to pick something straight here. Is this of all time, or is this of modern times that like we've
Of all
I
time,
think
watched?
of all time.
if we want to do it of all time, we'll say all time.
Can we say?
All
Can we
time.
do both? Can we do both quickly?
Yeah, we can put.
We'll see how much. We'll see how much time we have.
Yeah, okay, we'll see. All right, we'll do the World 11 first.
Because this, well, we don't know it yet. We'll do
We'll
right,
do
all
all time first.
All time
All-time
World
first,
11.
go on. Go on,
Goalkeeper.
Goalkeeper.
Right. For me, it's got to be Gordon Banks or
Yashin. One of them two.
Yeah,
Yashin's meant to be. He probably is like.
I'll
brilliant
choose.
keeper, but I think it's hard to say Lev Yashin.
I'll
Why?
choose Gordon Banks because number one, Stoke City persuasion, and number two, the save he made.
Well, he's won a
like-
World Cup as well. He's the only English goalkeeper to win a World Cup, apart from the other goalkeepers that played in that tournament or well on the bench or whatever. But I don't know. I'm not saying that Lev Yashin isn't a good goalkeeper. Or whatever.
As
He
a
is a
goalkeeper,
legend.
he won the Ballon d'Or. Now, what other goalkeepers have even come close?
Shea Given got robbed.
Yeah.
He got a nomination.
Who are we
Shea
going
Given
for
got Rob
then?
Green.
I think it's got to be. I think it's got to be Banksy.
I'm going for Banksy. We're doing this voting, by the way, so.
We'll have Gordon Banks then.
We'll go Banks.
Go back.
Right. Wait, which formation are we playing again?
4-4-2.
4-4-2.
4-4-2.
The best.
Okay.
The best, mate.
We got Banks in goal.
God. Right, we're doing the centre backs now.
No, we're going to do the strikers next.
Yeah.
Obviously,
We'll do the centre backs.
I think Beckenbauer's got one in centre back.
Yeah, I agree with Mitch there. Beckenbauer's.
Beckenbauer, Maldini.
Maldini.
But there's plenty of other players. You like.
Yeah, but how many players say get to Beckenbauer and Maldini?
Bobby Moore.
There is no attack.
I think
There's no
Martin Yates
attackers
is a
getting
shout,
past
to be honest.
Maldini. And... See, I think Bruno Martinson, he's got to be in the conversation.
Go on, Brexit Bruno. Nathan Collins.
Yeah.
Come on.
So like,
Come on.
Good Beckenbauer, Maldini.
yeah,
I think we can all.
Okay, yeah.
There's
Yeah.
no doubt.
Left
There's
back?
no doubt
Yeah.
Bobby Moore's like one of the greatest defenders of all time. But
I think
when we've got Maldini
Bobby
and Beckenbauer.
just depends though. Then because there's arguably Maldini's played half his career as a centre back and half his career as a fullback.
I know we would get put in left back straight away. Roberto Carlos.
Yeah. And
I don't think anyone would ever take him.
There's no choice.
Not gonna lie. Roberto Carlos is good, and obviously he's won his World Cups. But I'd say as a ball playing fullback on the left side, I'd say Ashley Cole's good.
Yeah, I was going to say Ashley Cole, but I was
Ashley
going to save that
Cole's
one
decent.
until our modern
Yeah,
day
but
one,
would
if
you
we got
say-
to that.
is he as good?
Would you
Is he-
say a prime Marcelo is as good as Ashley Cole?
I'd say Ashley Cole's better.
Yeah, I would as well.
Well,
Start with the ball. I think
Mm.
Marcelo's probably better than Ashley Cole, just because of his flair.
But is
Yeah,
he
but
best- is he best ever?
Ashley Cole could take as much as Marcelo can take players on and beat him. Ashley Cole could do it as well. He could set up goals. He could score goals. It was easy for him.
Yeah,
I think it's got to be
but then again, Roberto
Marcelo.
Carlos,
all time.
he's ridiculously good. Some of the goals,
I think-
everyone's seen the free kicks he scored.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, there's that one as well where he's running down the left-hand side. He
yeah,
twats it and
Somehow
it
gets
flies
it
in the
in.
keeper's near
Yeah.
post.
like,
It's got to be him.
I feel like
Yeah.
levels.
I think Ashley Cole will probably be sitting on the subs bench, but I'll agree with you.
I
that
think-
Roberto Carlos can get the starting position.
Yes, I think Ashley Cole definitely makes the modern
Bench.
day
Yeah.
11, though, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Um,
we'll go Carlos.
Okay, right back.
I think it's
Right back.
really right back.
Go on, Mitch. Who are you
It's
thinking?
going to be Cafu or Philip Lahm.
I love Philip Lahm. Like, he's one of my favourite players ever.
Philip Lahm at right back.
Yeah.
He is one of
lie,
my favourite players.
I am kind of liking that, but I've got some other names to mention. Like obviously Cafu, some of us here have seen him play. So we
Yeah,
went to watch the charity match at Wembley, and obviously flicking
Yeah.
it over the players' heads or whatever. Just he's still got it at this age, but
Had this big
Cafu
age.
and Philip Lahm, obviously. Philip Lahm, no red cards in his whole career, fullback, won countless things with Bayern and with Germany.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to mention, though, Javier Zanetti.
Zanetti's not
And
worth.
I'd possibly say on kind of par with each other for... Well, you've got to mention Gary Neville for what he's achieved and how good of a player he was at his prime. But you've also got to mention possibly Dani Alves.
Dani Alves, cracking
But I
player.
think of it on a if we're putting in a right back to play with the 11 that we're putting in, I think it's got to be out of Cafu or Philip Lahm for me.
I rate Philip Lahm highly.
Zanetti's up there, but I think between Cafu or Philip.
I feel like in terms of our era as well, we didn't watch much of Zanetti, whereas we watched more Philip Lahm than Zanetti.
Yeah. I think we should have Philip Lahm in there.
I vote for Philip Lahm. I vote for Lahm.
Right, so got the back five sorted. So Banks in goal, Beckenbauer and Maldini centre backs.
Yep.
Left back,
Carlos,
and then right back Philip
Lahm. Yeah.
Right. Not bad.
Midfield.
Not bad. Back five. Jesus.
Are we having one attacking midfielder, one defensive midfielder? Is that what we're doing? Right?
I think we can have a debate with this one.
We'll go midfielders first. We'll have a defensive one, attacking one.
Okay.
There's countless players you can say here.
Defensive first then?
Yeah, we'll go defensive midfielder.
Okay.
Everyone wants to throw their own name. Boyd.
Come on.
Pirlo.
Is he defensive?
Schweinsteiger.
Schweinsteiger.
Are we still doing of all time?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not just randomly changing throughout.
Is this? I know. I was just checking. Is this defensive then? Yeah.
You big dick.
Yeah. I already know what I'm putting in.
Right. I don't know. There's so many names I think that could be mentioned. I mean, Frank Rijkaard. I think Rijkaard, however you say his name, is. I think he's could have a mention. I think Mateus. Love Mateus.
I think Ballack as well.
Mateus and Ballack both quite well completed German players. Then I think you've also got to maybe mention Patrick Vieira, just for how good of an up.
That's who I'm going with.
He's an unbelievable all-round player. Like, he can attack, defend, lead, he can do whatever. But then possibly as well, Roy Keane. I think as much as there's plenty of players in that side that could captain a side, Roy Keane could probably manage it, captain it, and buddy play for whoever and whatever.
Yeah. Makelele as well.
Yeah, Claude Makelele as well.
Pirlo. For me, it's Pirlo.
But would you class Pirlo as an attacking or a defensive midfielder?
Defending.
I'd say he's just central.
I'd say he's more of a box to box.
Yeah, I don't. As much as I rate Pirlo for, like, obviously he's won World Cups with Italy, and he's
what are we classing Ruud Gullit as?
Ruud Gullit attacking, definitely.
Do you think?
Yeah, I think for me it would be between Vieira. I mean, Gattuso should have a mention as well.
Yeah, Gattuso is one of the best CDMs.
There's so many names that you could say for that central position, though. Like Vieira, Roy Keane, Rijkaard, and then like Ballack, Mateus, and Gattuso. I think they're like some of the most iconic names that you can think of when you think of like a holding midfielder.
I think I'd have to go with Vieira, though. Yeah,
I'd say
you think if he like defensive midfielder, he's straight away
a complete midfielder that's mainly defending as well. I'd put Vieira in there. Yeah,
I'd go with Vieira.
Well, I thought Rory Delap, but I guess I'll go with Vieira.
Rory
Delap, you got to go Glenn Whelan.
Steven Enzonzi.
Have you seen him putting those throws past Tim Howard?
We're chucking Patrick Vieira in there.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. Everyone else? Anyone else?
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, right. So
midfielders.
There's so many names.
There's a few.
I mean, there's players that it's difficult to argue whether they're attacking midfielders or whether they're centre forwards or strikers. Or
I mean, Zidane straight away has got to be in that conversation because
I'd say you could class Cruyff as a centre attacking, really.
Yeah,
centre forward. I think centre forward and Cam should fall under
the same as Messi. Though you could class Messi as an attacking midfielder.
Yeah. But I think
there's Messi on his own position, really, and Ronaldinho.
Zidane and Cruyff would just.
It's got to be Cruyff.
I think the three for me that would stand out, possibly four in my mind, would be. I'm not going to mention Pele purely because he never achieved anything at a club level, like internationally, and all sorts. He's one of the best players ever, one of the most famous players ever. But I think you've got to establish yourself somewhat in a strong league, which other players at that time were. So, for me, I'm going to mention Zidane, Maradona, and Cruyff.
I think I've just got a personal hatred towards Maradona.
I think everyone does.
Just because of what
if
he
you're
did.
English, you got it with Maradona, aren't you?
Yeah. Yeah, you can't. Yeah.
I like a little Kaká action.
Kaká.
I think
Kaká does deserve a mention. I'd say definitely in the last 10, 15 years, he's definitely been a standout player in that position.
Yeah.
What are we saying for an argument then between Zidane, Maradona, and Cruyff?
Cruyff.
I'd go Cruyff.
I'll go Cruyff because you love him.
I do love a bit of
Johan.
Johan.
What going now? Left midfield or left winger? Dash midfield.
Yeah,
Ronnie.
Yeah,
has to be Ronaldo.
Yeah, it's got to be Shawsett.
I think the rest of the players should be pretty self-explanatory now, to be honest with you.
There's not players that spring to mind at left wing.
Would you rather play Ronaldo, though, up top or on the wing?
Well, I feel like to play him on the wing, you've got more room up top to have better strikers.
See, I don't think we should have Messi or Ronaldo in this one. I think they should just be in the current one. I think it's just going to be the same wingers, Messi and Ronaldo.
It's difficult because you've got to say they are the best players of all time. Like they're up
there. Yeah,
they deserve in their positions. No other player has achieved what they have in their positions. Let's be brutally honest.
I say when we talk about the current one,
I say ratio at national and club level that Ronaldo has.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, you're forgetting this very important point. Messi has never scored a goal in the EFL, whereas my man Emil Heskey has.
I'm mummed you.
Fuck's sake.
Right. So are we saying no Ronaldo or Messi because they can just
I say we say in the current one because we can pick other players.
I feel
in
like
the
George
current
Best
one.
has got to be in this conversation if we're talking left wingers. George Best is.
Would you say left wing or would you say right winger with George Best?
Left wing.
Left wing.
Left wing.
Yeah, probably.
Well, for me, if we're saying, seeing as I didn't mention him in the attacking midfield role, I think in this position,
yeah.
I mean, personally, it upset me that I never got to watch him as much as other people got to. Like, but the stuff that he could do with the ball, do 5 or 6 flip flaps or an elastico or whatever else, just whip it through defender's legs or take it round him and then just chip the keeper or dance around the keeper. Yeah. I'd say it's difficult to say someone with that amount of skill that's been seen before that can control the ball as well as he can.
Now he's in jail.
He's actually out.
He's out now.
How is he?
Got bailed.
Oh, first.
Man's a free man.
Yeah, it's in the left wing. I think Ronaldinho, just because of his skill, edges over that.
He could genuinely make anyone fall in love with football. Like, you go. Imagine you went from watching, I don't know, let's say a Paul Ince playing, not a Paul Ince, Tom Ince playing left wing for Stoke, or right wing for Stoke, and then let's say you wind it back a couple of years and see Ronaldinho in his prime playing at Barcelona and running defenders ragged.
What's wrong with Tom Ince, by the way?
He's just wank.
Actually, I disagree.
Well, I guess we're never.
Can you stick the ball into the
I guess we're
back of
never
the
getting
net?
Tom Ince on the podcast.
Yeah.
Let's call that guest. Nice one.
Yeah. Plus, I've had previous trauma from Tom's experiences.
Yeah. Should we go over this or?
No.
Why?
Yeah.
We
Well,
do.
so basically, there was a time when I felt really, really mischievous actually, and I was like, "Who can I prank?" So I
Yeah,
went on
but the
Twitter.
thing was, Aidan,
No.
whose birthday was it as well?
Yeah, it was your birthday. Yeah, so I went on Twitter. It was Quinn's birthday at the time. So I went on and I was like, I'm gonna prank him. So I made a fake Tom Ince account on Twitter. I tweeted at Quinn, which a football would never do. You're never gonna tweet at
Why don't I know this?
This
And
is
I think
funny.
I think I said something along the lines of, "Hiya, it's your birthday. Your mum's contacted me. I'm gonna get a signed shirt over to you." And he actually fell for it. He told his mum and everything.
His mum had no clue what he was.
Yeah. No idea. So Quinn's told his
Brilliant.
mum that asking if she contacted Tom Ince, which she has no idea about. And Quinn's like, "Oh, Tom Ince has messaged me on Twitter."
Thing is, though, I checked the followers, and the followers are like, you were following like Bruno Martin's Indian or
Yeah.
Oh, well.
No, yeah, I went into depth with it, so I think I put in the bio like I think I found out what you sponsored by and then put like say Nike athlete in the bio.
Do you know what the
Like a
stupid
football
thing is that I
Twitter.
remember? I think one of you put up a couple of tweets as well before you tweeted me.
Yeah.
Like me and Bruno sat here enjoying our chicken.
Yeah. You just to add the authenticity to it.
Wow.
Obviously, I think at that time you'd never been on Twitter, really. I think you probably only just got it, so I set it up and I made it pretty real.
Fantastic.
That's amazing. Why did I know this story?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. That makes it better, actually.
Then, it was even funny when you told your mum. That was the funniest part. But yeah, that's
Never again.
Yeah.
Right, get
Anyway,
back
moving
to it,
quickly on from Tommy.
Yeah.
You brought him up.
Right.
Hey,
So
Quinn, we'll make it our mission to get
between, I was bloody bumming off Ronaldinho, and Mitch had mentioned George Best. Has anyone else got anyone they'd like to mention?
I think Ronaldinho, hands down.
What position are we saying again?
Left wing.
I'm going to go with Tom Ince. Yeah, I agree with Ronaldinho. I agree with
Marco
George Best.
Arnautovic.
Yeah, Marco Arnautovic.
I do feel like George Best was more of a right winger, so I think he could get a mention at right wing.
Well, we'll see then. But
I think stand out though.
We'll see in a minute when we go to the right wing section.
Right.
Oh look, we're in the right wing section.
We'll go along. Oh, that took a long time. Anyway, on to right wing, and I think there's only one player, and then once I say him, you're all going to be like, yeah, he's going in. It's got to be Sir Stanley Matthews, I think.
Yeah.
I was going to say David Beckham.
I'd say Monday. Contender, not definitely.
I
don't actually think he's that good.
Modern day.
Don't get me wrong, there's lots and lots and lots of very, very good wingers that have played around this sort of era we're on about. But
James McLean.
Who's just the best.
The original.
Left wing, mate.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's any.
The original number 7.
Matthews. Yeah, that's what I mean. He's
got to be
Jermaine
done it
Pennant.
all, anti really.
Matty Etherington.
I think we're going to go Sir Stan right there.
I think for us
Anyway.
personally, I'm sure a lot of other people would just be like, don't really know that much or whatever. But
Yeah.
I think for us, all sort of being roughly Stoke fans,
What about
or knowing more about him.
I mean,
What about who?
Figo?
Figo.
I just don't think he's Sir Stan.
I think you could mention George Best as well. Like I said, George Best in that right wing position. I mean, he won one of Man United's first international accolade after the crash, and like pushed them towards winning that Champions League. But I think when you're talking all time, a player that's inspired so many players after him, and I just think I agree with Aidan. I think Sir Stan deserves that spot for me.
Yeah. Now, in terms of the strikers, I think we should do one that's more of a creative striker, one that's more of a goal scorer.
There's so many.
Yeah.
Well,
there
Messi's
is.
in there, isn't he? Well,
We
Yeah,
said we're
sure.
going to put them in a different line.
Yeah.
sound.
I'm saying Shearer and Rice.
Yeah, straight up
top
Shearer.
Yeah. I feel like Shearer's big.
I mean,
big
goal
topic.
scoring line, yeah.
Shearer.
I think there's so many names. I think Thierry Henry, for an all time,
Van Basten as well.
he's
Van
record
Basten.
as well. If you look at his goal
Van
scoring
Nistelrooy.
ratio compared to Shearer as well, Thierry Henry is unbelievable, and he used to assist them, and he used to assist for fun.
Now, if you put it like this, look at Eusebio as a player.
Yeah,
He's
if
unreal.
you're mentioning Sir Stanley Matthews and George Best, and
Mm.
you've got to mention Eusebio as well.
Yeah.
I mean, when he was playing for Benfica, they had a period where they just ran riot in Europe and in Champions League.
In terms of the creative one, I think Dennis Bergkamp's got to be
Yeah.
talked
His
about in
goals.
that creative
I
striker
think
role.
in that creative one, I think you could,
Yeah.
Thierry Henry, like you said, R9 as well.
Mm.
Brazilian Ronaldo.
But in terms of creativity, I think Bergkamp's probably the best. Bergkamp or Hullet's probably the best.
What about
Hullet wasn't really an outside striker, though. That's the only thing. Go on, Mitch, you were saying.
I was going to say Dalglish and Ian Rush. Two good shouts as well.
Too good.
Dalglish. Very good.
Wazzarooney's got to be up there, possibly as well.
No,
Yeah, Rooney's.
I don't think you should put him up there.
I think Rooney was good, but in terms of the players on about, he was never on sort of Cruyff's level.
I tell you what,
I think he could have been on their level, but he let himself down.
Yeah.
Fitness wise.
Yeah.
George Weah.
I think in terms of goal scorer, you can't go wrong about an R9.
Yeah, I think another one that deserves a mention. Maybe probably not putting in that spot but he won lots and lots and lots of Champions Leagues at Real Madrid, and seeing as he's got an actual trophy and an award named after him worldwide for football, I think Fenric Puskas has got to be mentioned as well. But I mean, I think that's just a mention. I think if we're thinking about players that should deserve that top spot, I don't know.
Yeah.
For me, it would be Thierry Henry, Ronaldo, between Thierry Henry, Ronaldo, and possibly Alan Shearer.
I feel like R9's got to be the best goal scorer. In terms of goal scoring, he's probably the best. I think he's better than Alan Shearer as a goal scorer.
Yeah.
But in terms of the creative one, I've not really got a clue. Because there's that many that create.
Joe, Mitch, Scott, do you want to jump in on this?
I'm feeling a cheeky Henry Shearer combination. But I don't think that's fitting it. I don't think that you're agreeing with that because you're really hell bent on R9 at the moment.
No, right, like Alan Shearer, Premier League's probably best goal scorer. But
if there's an advocate for the Premier League, it's Alan Shearer.
I just feel like R9's better.
Sad about him.
Cracking player, by the way. Don't drink dry, kids.
I think I'd have Thierry Henry there just purely because when he was in his prime at Arsenal or Barcelona, he just scored for fun and he set up so many goals for other players as well. So I say as a creative one,
Andy got away with handball, and every best player gets away with handball.
Yeah. That's for going R9 and Henry up front.
I don't know though, because I know these aren't 100% happy with an R9 up top. I think he's one of the best goal scorers, but obviously towards the end of his career, didn't necessarily lose it, but obviously put on the weight that he's now quite well known for, getting called Fat Ronaldo or whatever.
He did rock a really good trim as well.
Yeah. But I think
bend the trim.
What do you mean? Great trim.
If this podcast gets 2,000 likes, I'll get the R9 trim. So
I think you could. I think you could argue with R9. He's just so well known international. I mean, he came from a PSV side that were dominating the Dutch league, and he joined Barcelona, and you could say potentially helped them bring them towards this era now where they are world renowned. I mean, they were renowned before, but they weren't on the level that Real Madrid were on when R9 joined them. And I'd say after that, arguably pulled them up a little bit more towards that level, helped in a way. And I'd say internationally, I couldn't think of a worse striker to have him run at your defence than R9.
But I think with Henry, he was brilliant with the ball at his feet. Like we're talking about R9 and stuff, but Henry could do anything. Like,
Henry could play on the wing. That's how good he was with his feet.
You couldn't predict his next movement. His goal where he just flicks it up, turns and hits it on the volley. That's up there with one of the best goals.
The amount of times if you watch highlights of like Brazilian Ronaldo and some of his goals, the amount of goals that he scored where he's dribbled, he's taken on the one or two of the last defenders, gone past both of them, and then either done step overs or fake shotted around the keeper and put it into an open net. The amount of times that he's taken it around the keeper and the last defenders, and how easy it was for him and how easy he made it look. I just don't think he could stop scoring goals.
You've got that, but then I'm just going to keep banging on about Henry. His pace, he would start 5 yards behind the defender.
Not like R9 was slow though, was it?
No, but Henry was quick. Like he's running past like fullbacks when they were like incredibly fit, and like he's got pace for days, and he'll chase a ball for anything. And 9 times out of 10, he was the first one there. So it's one of them. Each player has its own pros and cons. So
for me, I think it would be Henry and R9 up top.
Yeah,
but that's just me, and I'm not saying that that's what we have to agree.
I agree with Quinn.
I agree with that.
I mean, Alan Shearer, just for his goal scoring record, he might not have been as good for England, but I mean, Peter Crouch has got a better goal scoring record ratio than Alan Shearer, just to put that out there. Yeah. What are we saying? Is everyone happy?
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Great.
Right.
Well, that's 11.
That's the all-time world 11.
Mm-hmm.
That was a long segment of the
we'll just go over it quick. Right. It's a 4-4-2. We've got Banks in goal.
Yep.
We've got Roberto Carlos left back, Lahm at right back, Maldini and Beckenbauer centre backs. Stanley Matthews on the right, Ronaldinho on the left, Cruyff and Vieira in the middle, and then R9 and Henry up front.
Formidable.
Yeah.
Still get beat at wet. Very nice Stoke.
Yeah. Tuesday. Definitely.
Just what's it? Roy Delap's throwing.
Yeah.
Ricardo full of goal.
Mohamed Sidibe.
Cracking play every day.
Roy Delap throwing straight into the goal, mate. Straight off the keeper's gloves.
Yeah. As soon as he put it in that top, he knew it was game over.
Feels like a bullet. I love watching that video of him just throwing it against Tim Howard. It's so funny. And with that wonderful team, I think that's the end of the podcast because I'm quite sleepy and I'm going to get an early night.
Wow.
So it's a goodbye from me, and I'll let everyone else say goodbye.
Be seeing you.
Back stronger.
Wow.
Quinn won't be on the next podcast because we're releasing him from.
Get out.
We don't know what we're doing for the next one yet because we don't have that high level of organisation yet. So we'll see you next time. Podcast. Thanks for tuning in.
Round of applause for Aidan for joining us finally.
We're actually turning up.
I woke up.